everybody, it's Chelsea from Little Mountain Ranch, and today we are heading over to Grandma and Nana's house to show you guys their gardens. We are at like mid-September, September 17th today, and we're starting to get frost. We've had lots of hard frost out at our place, but we're up in the mountains, and they've had a couple of light frosts, so we wanted to get there before everything was dead. They're probably mortified and running around like crazy people trying to get it ready, because I phoned them this morning and said, hey, how about we come down today and do a video before it frosts? And they're like, because they're both kind of like type A perfectionist personalities. So I'm sure that they've been running around all over the yard trying to get it all looking pretty before we get there. Anyways, stay tuned for that. We're about 1.5 kilometers or so. I think actually we're a little further than that, because the fire came actually within 1.2 kilometers of their house. And you can kind of see behind me here, Kate is behind the camera filming for me, all of the burned area you can see there. So the fire came actually right down, we're driving on the highway right now, and came right down to the highway and across the highway, which is where their house is. So it was really, really close. And also to my sister's house, the fire actually came into her yard and was about 8 feet from her house, which it's kind of amazing that in all 3 different areas. So we are an hour from here, and we had a fire within 1.8 kilometers of our house, and our moms are an hour from us and had a fire within 1.2 kilometers, and my sister is an hour and a half an hour from where we are here, and they had the fire come right into their yard. So that just gives you sort of an appreciation for the magnitude of the area that these fires covered. But all 3 of our homes made it through, which is unbelievable. So you can see here the fire, and it burned really, really, really hot here. So now we will head over to their house, and I'm going to be filming, so hang tight, we're just about there. To give you guys just a little bit of a backstory about this house, this was actually our house. We bought it about 10 years ago, and when we first bought it, we had just 2 kids. So when you look at the house, the A-frame part of the house, that was the original house, and then the addition that's on the side where Nana's living is an addition that we built as our family grew. And then we quickly outgrew this house altogether, and our parents bought it, and then we moved out to the ranch. So that's kind of the backstory. Okay, so here is the introduction to this beautiful house. I think it just looks magical and gorgeous. So everything that you see here, every single thing, they have done within the last, like this summer. So I was just telling everybody that this has all happened this year, right?
Yes. Yep.
Like pretty much you guys have done this single-handedly over this.
It was a blank slate, and not single-handedly, because my husband did all the like the digging and the moving, and our grandson Ben.
Mm-hmm. He did a lot of work.
He did a lot of work.
He did a lot of digging and grunt work and
the rock walls.
Oh, right, you're right.
Yeah,
the rock
Ben
wall.
did
I
a
forgot
lot.
about the rock wall.
Yeah,
That's
Ben
right.
worked really hard.
and the rockeries.
So we've had lots of help.
Awesome. Well, let's walk around and tell me what you've done, and then you guys can tell me what your plans are, because I know that you have big plans.
We have big plans.
I know.
Well, this is just a tiny little bed here that we put in just because we had some plants left over and didn't have any place
Hey,
to
I
put them.
recognize some of these plants. Like this one.
Yes, and these.
Look at how much better they look here. They're huge
And
compared
these
to
are
mine.
yours, Charles?
Oh, that's
And
so
wait till you
funny.
see the perennial garden
the
here
perennial
stuff.
garden.
And these look like the frost is,
They have
been playing around.
Unfortunately.
and these are called morning glories,
glories.
right? So I'll show some flowers, because you do have one that's got some flowers.
Side note, the reason we started putting, like Shelley put this garden here and everything, is because we have plans for this.
Right. So what are you wanting to do with this little place?
Well, we want to make it into like a little art gallery.
Right, because you guys are both artists.
We're both
I'm going to show you guys some of their art if they'll let me.
Oh,
Come on. Come on. One or two.
Okay, why
Come
not,
on.
Georgia? And
So-
it's going to be a little gift shop, and we're going to, honey and things like that from your farm.
Yep.
We're going to sell there as well, but we have huge plans.
These two are the planners.
Just
so
picture
you know.
this, all stained, of course.
Yep.
Shutters, window boxes, You know, this all painted up here, baskets hanging.
Oh, it'll be beautiful.
Yes.
It'll be so beautiful. So this, I know that you guys, because putting in any kind of other fencing was super expensive, right?
It was. And
So-
also not nearly as efficient.
As at keeping it out deer and keeping in dogs, right?
Yeah,
So this
precisely.
is actually like a farm fence here. So what are you guys doing to beautify this baby?
Georgia, you want to tell her about our hops?
Oh well, I have friends in Lytton where I moved from who have hops on their grow hops on their farm. So anyways, I talked to the gal and Laura, and she sent us some roots.
Oh, so it's just, so you plant the roots
Yes.
to make these
Yeah.
grow. Okay.
Hops.
I'm just gonna show you.
Now, I mean, these have had to endure 2 months of fire season.
Right.
So, but
Drought, right?
hops, if you touch them, they're sharp and sticky.
Okay.
Feel. I don't know if you've ever felt it.
No, I haven't.
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so that's a deterrent right there.
Right.
But these will grow 10 feet in a good season. So next spring when they come up, by June, both sides, and on Georgia's side as well, because we planted both
And they'll
sides.
be all.
will
they,
be covered
do they
in
like
the
flower?
leaves.
I can't picture.
They look, a hop blossom looks like a little green pine cone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have all kinds of medicinal uses. They are really good for sleep. If you have, I don't know if your listeners,
Listeners.
viewers,
Watchers.
yeah. No, you can buy hops pillows, little inserts that are full of the hops blossom. Tuck them inside your pillow, and it helps with your sleep.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this rock wall, this is what you were saying,
This
Ben.
is the one that our grandson dug for us. And
Oh, it looks
he did this
really,
in
really good.
2 days.
He actually did it because I did the bottom here, and he did a better job because look at how nice and straight
Yeah.
his lines are here. So guys, that's how you should actually do it, not like this. So this is me, this is Ben.
Yeah.
No, that looks
did a
beautiful
really
though.
good
He did a really nice
Now, the
job.
frost has already killed off a lot of what was in here, and I've pulled it out.
Okay.
The plan for next season is
Yep.
to dig the back one in
Yep.
and put a bed there, because as you can see, nothing really except weeds,
Grows up
Grows
there.
up there.
Because it's so dry too, right?
and it's
Oh, that looks so cute.
packed like concrete.
I love that. That looks adorable. So this was actually a sauna, guys, once long ago. And they've just painted it all up and made it look cute. What are you doing with that? Are you just using it as like a garden shed?
Right now, it's like a garden shed. Eventually,
another
actually, we
plan.
like to have it relocated,
Yes.
and we like
Oh,
to
it's
have the
easy
top
to
of this
move.
bank cut down
Okay.
so that you
Yeah.
can see more of the lake.
We looked at it
Look
the
at how
other
beautiful
day.
this looks, everyone. Right, so this is actually the view from, oh, look, I love the little table there.
That's our morning coffee spot.
So this is their view, which is beautiful. Dan built this dock a long time ago and it's still holding up. It looks
Kids
gorgeous.
used it all
They
summer
do.
when we were here.
Yeah, they do. That's right. Okay, so down here, this is a fire pit. Oh, right there. And then back here is a little greenhouse, and I'll show you. And Dan and I actually built that when we were learning all about passive solar greenhouses and stuff. So that was our first attempt at that.
And it
works.
works.
It does. It does work. And then this is the front of the deck. Here you can see, so they have flower pots everywhere, and it's so beautiful. I just love it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let's walk down to see vegetable gardens. And so what did you learn about vegetable gardening in the Caribou?
A whole lot. Root vegetables do fabulously well here.
Amazingly
I've
well.
already harvested the potatoes. They went into the bins and downstairs yesterday.
Yep.
But I also learned, once again, the season is so short. My corn, I don't know if it's going to mature or not, because as you can see,
But we already ate some.
yeah, we've been eating it, but the smaller cobs. But this is what frost does to corn.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
So you don't know how
yeah,
it's
don't
gonna-
look at all the weeds,
Well,
because
one
we weren't
thing-
here for a long, long time.
Well,
this
yeah.
summer.
Well, and one of the things too that I've learned, because I've been gardening here for a long time, is early planting, as early as you can get, and even with corn, starting them from seed inside,
Yep.
and then moving them out. That's kind of like the trick. I was so surprised. Mom is from Manitoba, and she was just telling me that their growing season there is actually longer.
Yes.
Which shocked me because I always pictured Manitoba as like the place that never thaws.
In January, that's true.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So, but you're right though. Root vegetables, that's the way to go around here. So what is this?
That's parsnips.
Parsnips, right?
Yeah.
So they grow, of course, because they're root vegetables.
Beautifully.
So they grow really,
So what's
really
still
well.
in the ground is parsnips, carrots, and beets.
Right, and I'm going to take a bunch of these beets, right,
You are.
to replenish my lost garden.
Your lost pool.
Oh,
Yes.
so sad. Let's go look at the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still like a jungle in here though. Oh my gosh.
And I've already picked about a dozen peppers, and I got a whole bunch more.
Wow, they're
Look
huge.
Look at all the babies. As long as it stays warm enough, we should
and
have
it should.
tons
and
of
you
peppers.
could even put in, because I put in guys, just a
Yeah.
sec. I put in a
see.
little plug-in heater in here.
Ah.
And I did that also, like I set up a table along this section for in the spring and put all my seed starts with a plug-in heater, and it was
Perfect.
like, it worked amazingly well.
Good idea.
So all we did here, guys, is we took, I can show you from outside. We took some old sliding doors that we got from a friend here, so you can see them, and then we just stuck them in, and then the inside, the north side, this is the south side, and the north side is all insulated. And it actually worked really well. And one of the reasons we did it this way is because of the short growing season. So hopefully you'll be able to get more tomatoes off of these. Tell me about how it is that your garden did not end up, because you guys were evacuated for how long?
Well, we were actually evacuated in total for more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We were evacuated first to Williams Lake.
Right?
We were in Williams Lake for five or six.
Almost a week.
Yeah, 5 or 6 days. We came back home. We were home for 2 days, and we got evacuated. And then where we live here was also evacuated again.
Right.
When
So-
Williams Lake was evacuated.
Yeah, so we both went to the Lower Mainland
Okay.
and stayed there. And we both expected when we got home that everything would be dead.
Yeah.
You could see by all our planters and everything, those must be watered every single day
Right, of course.
and fertilized every few days. And we expected to come home to a plant graveyard. And we drove down the driveway, and everything was the same. And
So how?
it chokes me up. Our neighbor Kathy
Yeah?
on our one side came down every day and watered for us.
Wow.
And deadheaded our plants
That's
and took care
incredible.
of everything. And Tim up the hill came down and checked on things regularly. Kathy's husband has a big fire pump and a fire hose.
The first day we
yeah.
came home,
He
they were over
saturated
here.
like the roof of the head.
Yeah,
of the
because you're a
house,
cedar roof, right? So cedar
and
shaker.
saturated everything because of sparks. The fire was close enough for sparks to fly.
That's crazy. That is like, that to me, it's like, that's what we really saw. Like, I cried so many times just driving down the road and seeing, just a minute, please.
Our place will be total dead.
I know. But seeing all the signs of everybody saying, come park here, and we had people offering us places to stay.
Or a big sign, free food.
Free food,
Yeah.
or bring your animals, or whatever. People are amazing. So yeah, huge shout out to those guys, hey?
Yeah, big time. Big
Huge.
time.
Well, Daniel-
It's impossible to thank a person enough.
I know, but yeah, that's how I feel too. I do. Let's walk through this way because I wanted to see that garden that you guys made and then talk about what you're planning on doing. Are you still
so,
planning on doing something up?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
I also want you to notice the colors on the house.
Oh yeah. Weren't you guys saying something to me about like when you get to a certain stage in life, you're like, let's just have fun.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Like, well,
Yeah.
does this look weird or is it too bright? Or then it's like, well, yeah, who cares?
It's us. It's our home.
I'm excited to get to that stage of life where I just don't care what anybody thinks.
And you
'Cause
don't.
This is beautiful, but it's beautiful, and I bet you that people that see this, in fact, well, I know this, just are like, this is just a happy house. Like it is cheerful and
Looks like a
beautiful, and
gingerbread house
I
to
know
me.
it does, and magical and lovely. I love it. Okay, so let's walk through. Let's go through this gate. Okay, so this is the front. This is kind of one of Nana's flower gardens, and these are the morning glories that you ended up getting frost. So you can see there's so many buds on here, but the frost is gone.
Yeah.
So you'll plant. What are you going to do to save that
Well,
from
next
happening?
year I will plant them in peat pots 6 weeks ahead of the last frost.
Okay, because
And
look
then I'll
at them.
plant them.
They're so gorgeous.
They
Like,
should.
oh,
I mean, technically, if they hadn't been frosted, they would look like a waterfall of glorious blue.
Oh, they're beautiful. Anyway, that was such a.
Especially beautiful purple.
There are, yeah. Well, this, I love this idea of these trellises with them on them. That's just gorgeous.
Well, one of the reasons I did that is because I have is first year for some climbing roses.
Oh, can you clarify something for me?
Yes.
They don't actually climb, but you have to string them up.
You do have to support them in some way.
Okay.
Yes. Otherwise they would flop
Right.
all over everything. So
So they don't
climber's
actually.
a misnomer.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then we've got a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
but-
stuff in down here.
Yeah, lots more roses. And one thing I wanted to point out, you'll notice I have not deadheaded the roses.
Yeah.
And I'm
So why?
normally, because of the time of the year. If you deadhead the roses at this time of the year, they will continue to put out new growth.
Yeah.
which will be killed by frost, which will kill the canes that those buds are attached to. So what you do is you stop deadheading. Well, for us, it was the middle of August, in advance of the frost, so that they have a chance to harden off and be ready. Otherwise, they would.
Good to know.
They'd winter kill.
Good to know. Oh, this is, I know I keep saying it, but it's so beautiful. It's just, it makes me want to do it, sort of. It makes me want to hire someone to do it. That's what it makes me want to do.
We are already occupied.
Yes,
so
I know. I
I
see. This is so beautiful. Oh, I love your little fountains. This kind of thing I just love because I love the sound of water, like tinkling like that. It's just gorgeous. What kind of plant is that?
Creeping Jenny.
Gorgeous.
Yes?
Yes. No, this one down here. This creeping, the kind of like balls
Actually, planted in the ground can be quite invasive. You got to be careful where you put it.
Oh, okay.
Because as you can see,
It's
it's a lot near. And if all those hanging pieces were on the earth, they'd be rooting all along the leaves and sending out new plants.
Got it. The flower baskets. And the bright shiny door. Love it. This is my personal favorite garden that these guys did. It was really simple, but the whole effect of it is gorgeous. So I'll stand back here so that you can see. So these were just rocks that you got Ben to collect up from around, right?
Yep.
But I love this. I love how that goes around. And then around there. Just remember, I will link up over here the video from when these guys were at my house taking plants. And one of the things that my mom said about this one, which was called
Campanula.
a campanula, was that you oftentimes, and you can see this in this garden, in the fall you get yellows and dark reds and oranges, so you can see that all the way in here. And then you get this little happy splash of purple, because she said if you cut these back in the late summer, then they'll bloom again in the fall and you'll get some purple in there. Does anybody out there know what this is? So that's the flower on it. And then
grows,
these,
underground rhizomes. It spreads like crazy. I've looked.
really hardy.
Yeah, very hardy. I've looked up online. I cannot find it anywhere.
So look at that, everyone. Isn't that beautiful? It was worth the wait, Vicki, I hope. If you have any questions for my mom about gardening, put them in the comment section below, because
I'd be
she
happy to answer.
is a wealth of information about. I've been bugging her to do her own channel because I think that she has so much to share.
But art is my first.
That's true.
It's
That's
all
true.
about
Art
the
first.
art.
I know, and this is art. To me, this
It is. That's
art.
true. It is.
Totally is.
It's another way we express ourselves.
Exactly, it absolutely is art. So I'm actually just quickly before we go, speaking of art, I'm just going to quickly take you guys in and look at. I'll go through and through your.
No filming the
I will.
the house.
I will go. No. So this is Nana's art. So she does art on the inside and the outside. I will. I'll do some close-ups. So this is some of her stuff. You can see. So these are watercolors, eh, Mom?
Yes. These are actually called line and wash. I do them with black ink first,
Okay.
and then do the watercolor.
I love that. They're beautiful. I love them. And I love the way that you did them on this wall. So this is part of what you're going to do for in your little shop.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Are you so excited? So this is Grammy George's art room. So you've been a professional artist for quite a long time.
For quite a long time.
Yeah, a while.
Yeah.
And so this is her little art studio. She also illustrates books, and this is one of her projects in process. Wow, those are gorgeous. You guys can see all these. Oh, Mom, what's this book? Oh, there we go.
This is the only one that I have that is of the newer
Style.
what I've been doing for the past couple of years. I just have this absolute fascination with trees and the movement.
And how you're such an artist. But I won't put my finger on this, but this is all like textured, and you can really see it. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but you can really see a lot of the texture in here. And this is acrylic, am I right?
Yep.
Because I said acrylic. So these are acrylics. So it's
So this
beautiful.
one isn't quite finished yet. It is fresh on the
Whatever.
inside, so-
It's beautiful. It looks really, really nice. So yeah, so this is some of the little art. So this is they do the art outside and the art inside. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for letting me show up at your house impromptu this way.
It's probably better because we
That's
didn't
what I
sweat
think.
about
They,
what
you
we
guys,
did.
you guys would totally freak out.
Running
And of
around
course,
in our bathrobes in the lawn. On the lawn.
see, they
Yeah.
considered what you saw today as not you know, like in the perfect condition. And I like, obviously they're out of their minds, both of them, obviously, because it's so beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Whoop, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments that you have for these guys, leave them below, because they both read them all, right, guys?
We sure do.
And they'll answer any questions you have specifically for them. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.